The UFC's incredible Performance Institute in Las Vegas has allowed their stars to evolve their skills at a world-class facility and guided by elite fitness professionals. Eat, Play, Fight, presented by Chang Beer, went along for a recent tour.
You know, the Performance Institute essentially is a 30,000 square foot high performance training center and destination for UFC athletes. So as long as you're on the UFC roster, you can utilize this facility and our staff services remotely, which I'll touch on as well, at any point at no cost. Prior to this facility being operational, we had no real sight line and no way to support athletes as they prepared for competition and then recovered from it. And obviously athletes are the core of the business. They are the asset. So we felt that it was on our kind of responsibility, and it would behoove everyone in the industry, not just the UFC roster, but the entire MMA community, if we invested what we did here. Here, athletes can come and get pre and post workouts, snacks, shakes, supplements, vitamins, whatever they need, depending on their training calendar, what they have going on throughout the day. And then we have registered dietitians on staff as well, that this is a great area for engagement. So they're not just coming by and grabbing a protein shake. You're coming by and grabbing a protein shake and you're talking to our team around what you're doing for the day and how we can better support you. So it's educational kind of hub of the facility right here. Athletes recovering from the stresses of this sport is really important. So not only do we have a physical therapy clinic with physical therapists for manual treatment, but you have this recovery area. So you have dry and wet. This is contrast cryotherapy. So maybe you've seen a cryotherapy machine, but this actually does contrast in addition. So it has heating and cooling. So temperature range can get all the way down to -330 Fahrenheit. This is a whole body laser light therapy bed, but it's a bed of infrared light bulbs, and it treats your whole body at once, essentially. And these infrared light bulbs penetrate the skin, a bit bright. They penetrate the skin and reduce inflammation on the cellular level. So you lie in this for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. Cycles on this are generally about 5 minutes. So these are great dry options post a hard sparring session, let's say. So this is our hydrotherapy area. Hot plunge about 104 degrees Fahrenheit, cold plunge about 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the real crown jewel of this area is this underwater treadmill. So it's hydraulically raised up to the top, lowered down to 6 foot of water, cameras in each corner feed back to that monitor. So we'll use this for rehab progression. Say an athlete has an ACL or an Achilles and they're recovering, they're starting the progression, they can do some work underwater and it'll take weight off of their lower body. This is one of the points that I would highlight is that that's a regulation Octagon. So that's the spec in terms of the height, in terms of the diameter, in terms of actual canvas. We have a bit of cool tech around here in terms of around the Octagon. You see, we have event lighting even to a point to where you have the colorway lighting.
Wow. So it's like you can get yourself exactly
Close to competition, that's it. We also can pump in crowd noise in terms of volume. And that's so key. Again, you're talking about benchmarking and the finer details. Another thing that's really cool is we have 4K cameras around the Octagon. The cool thing is you can annotate on this. So you can highlight and point to certain things that they're doing. I mean, you can number certain foot placements, etc. So you can really get detailed in the film review. You know, in this sport, film review is not really common. You look at like an NFL team, an American NFL team, film review for a team will happen twice daily. In this sport, very infrequently, and if they do, it's on an iPhone. It's not on 4K cameras feeding back to an 82-inch touch iPad, essentially.
Costing a cool $14 million, the PI appears to be money well spent and has helped position the UFC as a real standout in combat sports. I'm Andrew Whitelaw saying good night from Nevada.